now, Mike, let's talk about mechanics and in general. How does one go, say I'm new to the Valley, for example, how does one actually go about finding a reliable, reputable, honest mechanic like you?
Well, I'd say the first thing you want to look for is talk to your friends, see where they've gone before, see who they've liked, and why.
Yeah. So word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
Yeah.
And that's where I get most of my customers from, is from word of mouth. The thing that I try to do, my slogan is honest service at a fair price. And I try to live by that as much as I can. If somebody comes in, I try to tell them, this is what's going on with your car. Try to educate them as much as possible as to how the car itself is working and why it's not working like it should. And then instead of saying this is how much it's going to cost to fix it, I try to offer options. Say, you know, you've got this option, this option, this option. And this is why I would go with this one, this is why I'd go with this one. Because it's not, the same option isn't always the best thing for everybody. You want to make sure it's their car. And so I want to make sure that they're happy with what's going on with it. If they're planning on keeping it forever, maybe we use a better quality part. If they're planning on just getting rid of the car and selling as quick as possible, maybe we put in something, you know, used or something that, not that it's a bad part, right. It's just a little bit cheaper option for them.
Right. So options are the main things here.
I try to do that because if I go to, for example, a doctor, yeah. And the doctor says, okay, it's going to cost you this much to make you better.
Right.
And I don't even know what it is that I have,
right.
Then I don't know if I'm getting the right treatment or anything like
right.
that.
Right.
A lot of people don't understand what's going on with their car. They know where the key goes and they know where the gas goes. And if that's the case, I'd like to help them to understand what it is that it's going to take to get their car working in the optimum performance, but at the same time make it so that it's a reasonable price for them.
Okay. And so I'm assuming that if you quote somebody a price, you're not going to 2 days down the road when you call them and say, well, now your car's ready. Oh, and by the way, we added $1,000 for this. That's just not going to happen here. You have a very honest reputation. What
I try to do is I try to diagnose the car thoroughly and then give a quote, and I stick to that quote. If I get to the point where it's beyond what we've said, I'm going to call the customer way before we get into it so that they know what's going on with it. We all make mistakes, and if I do and I say, you know, it's going to be X amount and it's going to be a little bit more than that, before I even get started on it, I'm going to call the customer and let them know what's going on with their car.
That is so important, and I seriously want you to go home to England and see my mother. She's in desperate need of an honest mechanic. Tell us where you are, Mike.
We're at 347 West Airport Road, just right across the street from S&S Sports.
Okay, so great place to come and get your just about everything that you need taken care of here for your car.
We do everything but tires and body work.
Okay, and in an honest and just a really reputable fashion that you have going on here. I'm impressed. Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome. Thank you.